Dobré ráno, jestli právě obědváte. Zdravím vás u dalšího dílu ze hry Alan Wake. Jsme tam, kde jsme poslední skončili. No ne, tak úplně, nemám tady čornutou municu. Rádio znova poslouchat nebudu, děkuju. A budem asi rovnou dál. A počkej, tady ještě něco bylo tady vzadu. Já myslím, že jsem tady něco počvaroval vzadu. Že jo? No, znáček pochodně, ano, pěkně. Prosím o signální pistole. Nevím, k čemu to je. Předpokládám, že tím budu moct něco zapálit, tedy oheň. Třeba tu čerpací stanici. Bože, to by bylo cool. Tam přijít a rovnou to celý rozbít. Každopádně já jsem pořád lehce chcípnutej. Počkej, to zní divně. Lehce nachcípanej, to už zní trošku líp. To je to pořád žlutý, to asi nebude glitch, to bude mít asi nějaký význam, což hro? Tak ukaž, co mě čeká, to je... Ach jo. Wake nachází stránky.
At first I kept finding the pages as if by accident. The book I couldn't remember was either a terrible and true prophecy or an act of creation that had rewritten the world. I began to hunt the pages feverishly.
No, super. Krásný, ale ne. Prostě nachází stránky a buď je to kniha nebo proroctví. Já nevím, stejně stačí jít rovně, jako zatím nám to vždycky řekne.
The gas station was closer now. Its light welcoming in the darkness.
Okay.
Paul makes the best dogs in the state. Belly Burster is the best with no contest. Monster Dog is second best. The famous dog is third.
Od tohohle týpka bych asi hot dogy nechtěl, děkuju. Asi fakt ne, jako. I když teď mi došlo, že tam v té jedné stránce psali, že mě napadnou ptáci a žádný... Ne. To... bože, generátore. Prosím, nahoď se. Super. Já to vidím. Blbečci. Nic nebude. Já to jí nahodil. Ale dobrý, bylo to celkem cool, jak se to zpomalilo. Teď jako, jdem po tobě, ty svině. Jako dobré, funguje ta hra, funguje to na mě. Možná až zbytečně moc, no, to si budem. My stejně musíme jít dál, no to je super tohle. A tady, aha. Nabíj zbraň, ale ne, já nevím, jestli je vůbec... Au, ok, chci je zabít. Kde seš? Víc munice. Tak dělaj se mě zřiď. Ty vole, tak tohle teda ne. Ale nebiješ někam. Ty vole. Já teď chcípnu. Nechte ty sek, tak jste normální. Bratři. Já myslím, že jsem mrtvej. Jsem mrtvej, dobře, tak... bože, tak to jdem zabít, no. Dobře, protože to utíkání, já jsem chtěl sprintovat, ale on blbeček si řekl, že ne, já budu dodžovat, já sprintovat nebudu. No co už, tak kde jste? Perfektní dodge, ty svině. Au. Ale počkej, stůj. Já nemám baterky, to si děláš. Ty vole. No to... Ne. Kluci, a co když vás nalákal tady do světýlka? Protože já očividně... Tady mám... Kluci, už jdete? Kluci? No už jdou. Dodge. Ježíš, tady je další. OK, dodge. Aha, a co se stane, když se dostanu sem? Vůbec nic. Počkej sebrat baterie, proč to mám sebraný? Jo, oni na chvilku jdou do pryč a pak se vrátí, no to je super. Ale nedodžuj a utíkej. Protože tohle je fakt škoda nábojů, strašná škoda nábojů, to tady... Jako... Já doufám, že jdu správně, protože jinak jsme pěkně v řiti. No budem doufat, že jo. Bude... Světlo. Ne, kluci, ne. Au. vole, co to je za klavniádu tady? Či já nemám tady sebraný věci, bože. Ale já tady něco dělám očividně strašně špatně, protože... Kluci, kde jste? Já potřebuji tady nacvičit si svůj aim. Kluci? 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 Halo? Ano, perfektní dodge. Au. No, tyhle, tady dostávám strašný gangbang. Baterku? No, pojď ty svině. Dobrý vybit, au. O, ty vole, ale tak míř na něj. Baterku? No jasně, já jsem měl špatně nabitou baterku. Pojď ty svině, no, pojď. Aha. Dobré, tak už víme, kde byla chyba. Já musím mít hodně svítící baterku, jinak ta baterka nefunguje. No dobré. Tak jo, ale. Aha. Tak dělat to si jsem... Já si tam čtu nápis a oni mě rubnou takhle, no tak dobrý, tak... V tom případě tady vůbec nemá smysl zabíjet tyhle 3 týpky, když se jí spavnou další 2. Který mě okamžitě... Ale ne, jsi zadejchal, nebo co je s tebou? Ty vole... Ale ne, utíkej. Já nevím, proč po mně všichni házejí ty sekery, kolik těch seker máte po kapsách vy? Bando... No, ale svině. Tady něco je. To chci. Ne, to je stránka rukopisu, ty vole. Proč to lutuješ, takovouhle kravinu? Ale ne. Ale ne, tohle si Plož baterku. Ale ne. Ty vole, no tak. Ale ne. No dobrý, já jdu asi hrozně blbě. Nemám, ale nejdu hrozně blbě, já jdu hrozně dobře. Ne, já jdu hrozně blbě. To si děláš ze mě, řiď. Došla munice, no super. Tak ty vole, tak kudy já mám tady jít? Ano, perfektní dodge, ano, děkuju. Hro, ale... Čau. No, já mám jednu světlicu, to je úplně... Ale ne tak utíkej, ale ty vole. A tady je zeď? Ne. Bože. Já nevím, co s tebou. A? Že by tudy? Jo, to je ta cesta, kterou hledáme. Ale ne, ale běž. Yes. No, blbečci, co je tady? Nic. Glitchující se podlaha. Bože Maria, svatá pano. Ale mně přijde, že něco dělám hrozně blbě s tím pifáním. Protože mám hrozně baterek a strašně nemám municů. Já tam něco dělám fakt blbě. No uvidíme, ono. Tady nám ukazuje barva, kudy máme. Trošku jsem se pošitoval. Šipka ukazuje sem. Hra mi ukazuje na radaru, že mám jít přesně na druhou stranu. No, zajímavý. Já budu věřit hře a ne tady nějaký náhodný šipce, co jsem našel na šutru. Možná je tam nějaká goodieska hezká, ale... Aha, co tady je nebezpečí? Aha... Jo, průchod na vlastní riziko a prej tu kácí dřevo. Tak jo, tak mi spadne tady ještě kláda na hlavu. Bože Maria. Hej, teď tady... Co? Co to? Kudy? Tudy? Pojď. Ale ne. Použij to. Umějí jít dovnitř? Nemůžou jít dovnitř, tady je světlo. Tady máme litiové baterie. Energizer, děkuji králíčku. Brokovnici berem. Berem nějakou municu. Ale můžeš to nabít? Co dávají v telce?
Science. It bestows immortality on those who advance it to elevate all of mankind. Newton, Einstein, Sagan, princes among men. But the price for such a legacy is steep indeed. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, a quantum suicide.
Kvantová sebevražda.
It would take a courageous man to change the script. Having called a press conference, Dr. Barclay Colvin is about to demonstrate that very courage.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I am Dr. Barclay Colvin, and I'm glad so many of you could join me here at the Moorcock Institute. Tonight, I'm going to give a practical demonstration of the many worlds interpretation. As you can see, this is a loaded 9mm pistol. It shall be part of a thought experiment. And now, a real experiment, known as a quantum suicide.
Did he say suicide? Is that a real gun? He's kidding, right?
Please, stay calm. There is no risk. Observe what occurs when I place the weapon against my own forehead. Now, you might think this round is merely a dud. Not so. Observe the flower pot. And yet, I myself cannot be harmed with this gun. With each pull of the trigger, two new realities branch off. One in which the weapon didn't fire, and one where it did. With my machine here, I have ensured that this reality is always the former. I have bestowed upon myself quantum immortality. Under no circumstances can this gun kill me.
So wait. What you're saying is that every time you pull the trigger, in another reality, you die?
Yes, of course, but that's completely trivial. There's an infinite number of things that could happen at any moment, and they always do happen somewhere. The point is, this
Mám tam někdo vykop kabel. To ne. Takže teď si rozstřelí hlavu.
Insane, Colvin.
Insane?
Hey, was this thing supposed to be plugged in? I stumbled on it.
You fools! Gaze upon quantum immortality.
Aha. Co to kurva je?
Felled by his own hubris or the ignorance of the masses. Perhaps he should have left the crate unopened, the decaying atom unobserved. Curiosity often kills the cat. In Night Springs.
To byl divný pořád. Bože, to byl divný pořád. Já takovýhle věci nechci koukat. Pomoc. Teď si vezmem rukopis, rychle mrknem. Wake lže šerifovi?
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? She asked. The sheriff looked at me suspiciously. The early morning light flooded through the office windows. I would probably never have gotten out of the woods alive without her help. But I couldn't tell her the truth of what I'd faced the previous night. She'd think I was lying or crazy. She'd lock me up, and she wouldn't help me find Alice.
No, dobrá. Každopádně jsem chtěl říct, jak mě celkem znáte v tom, že velice rád skipuju příběhy v některých hrách, ale tady si to musím říct, že vychutnávám i to v té telce bylo zajímavý. Co to? A užíval jsem si to. Ježíš, tady jich bude strašně moc. No ne. A ty jsou nějaký gudísky?
Changing a spark plug to your vehicle is not as simple and as you might think. It can be dangerous.
Mám pocit, že mám boss fight.
Patience.
Pane? Halo? Někdo? Někde? Já jsem zrovna chtěl říct, že si to i fakt užívám, ten příběh, že je to takový hezky retardovaný. Ahoj, pane. Aha. No pojďte, zmrdi. Aha, já myslím, že to bouchne. To ne. Ale no tak. Umři. Zhyň. Zmetci, chcípněte tam všichni na plochy. Co to? Už byl tak rychlej. Nabíj. Cípni ty, rychlá, mrt. Dám brokovnicu, dělej, on je rychlej, já ho vidím. Já tě vidím. Baterku, kde je ten? No, ano, svině. Musím počkat, když bude blíž, počkat. Moc nám to nejde. Kde? Kde seš? Tady, vidím. Ho. Přijde mi, že vůbec nic netrefuju. Ale vzhledem k tomu, že tady mám nekonečně munice, tak... Oho! Vybitej, kámo, vybitej.
Leaving behind only a lifetime of nightmares to come, assuming I'd reach the lights at the gas station alive.
Tenhle hloupej sud nešel, on je prázdnej, no tak proto nevybouch, dobře. Pomoc, rychle pryč. A už ani nevím, co jsem chtěl říct, mě tady Staky, nebo jak se jmenuje ten kretén s tou sekerou, mě tady moc pošitoval. Jako je to, musím říct, že mi se mi líbí tady to, že je to jako horor a zároveň hodně střílíte, že je to... Jestli mi to líbí, že vlastně nemám ani nějak, jako že bych non-stop neměl náboje, ale mám jich relativně málo zase. Jo, že musím říct, že mě tohle hrozně vyhovuje, tohle. Že nemusím úplně počítat každý náboj, ale zároveň jich nemám nekonečně mnoho. Dobře, jsem tady měl bednu plnou munice, jo, ale tak jako celkově overall jsem s ním hrozně spokojený.
I recognized the parade float I had seen in Bright Falls when I first arrived with Alice.
A chci říct akorát, že nevím, jestli jsem úplně nadšený z toho, že si dopředu přečtu, že mě tady zachrání jako šerifka. Jo, asi to není žádný extra problém, ale je to takový, já nevím, jak to nepotřeba vědět dopředu, že jako šerifka. A má to třeba mít nějaký smysl potom dál, jako že to vím takhle dopředu a tak, ale...
After the insanity I had just experienced in the darkness, the lights of the gas station felt comforting. At least for a moment. The sane world reasserted itself.
No ano, příčetnost, dobře. Tak se ukaž, ty příčetnej. Vidíme stránku, tak kdo mě tady... Bože, to je divný.
The Deer Fest had been 2 weeks away when we arrived. If the day count on the banner was right, I was missing a whole week between the night we got here and now.
Týden. OK. Týden je celkem dlouhá doba. Posedlý Stucky.
Stucky spat on the garage floor and tried to shake the cobwebs from his head. Ever since the couple never showed to pick up the keys, things had been fuzzy. Something, a feeling caught his attention. Stucky looked up and stared as his brain tried in vain to process the horror before him. He stumbled back, knocking over a can of oil. A black pool spread across the floor while he struggled for a brief moment, then let go as the unrelenting darkness engulfed him.
Takže si to správně chápu, Stucky je ten týpek, co kadil a nedal nám správné klíče. Tady vidíte, co se všechno může podělat, když si půjdete položit pořádný kabel ve špatnou dobu.
The garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
Dobře, jakhle to vypadá u mě v garáži úplně běžně, ale budíš.
I'll write. I'll keep writing. Outside there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness. I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her, I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost. I don't believe this. It'd be me on the TV, talking crazy. Was I losing my mind?
No, hlavně si viděl sám sebe v televizi, ty blbče. Jako... Bože, ale ne. Je 68. ročník Jelního festivalu, no ale fuj. Hry, aktivity, tombola, rybářská soutěž, pojídání koláčů. Pojídání koláčů bych si dal. To ne, že ne. Živá hudba, pro děti Zubatý králík, Montgomeryho úžasná tajemství. Nechte si ujít legendární průvod Jelního festivalu. Asi radši nechám, hro. Co to je? To jsou prezervativy? Ne, to nejsou, tohle jsou brejle. Poznáme, kde jsme, no asi ani prd vypadá to jak Norsko, jako podle té členitosti, ale pochybuju, že jsem v Norsku. Použij telefon. Ne, nechci. Já si tady chci ještě prohlídnout, tady další šprcky, brambůrky, samolepky do auta, aby náhodou, a pořádně obrovský kostičky. Tady měl jste někdy takovýhle kostky v autě, protože já jsem to nikdy neměl, já se přiznávám fakt nikdy. Jestli jste někdo měl kostičky, tak dobře vy, dejte mi vědět, já to potřebuji vědět, jestli jste měli své kostičky v autě. To potřebuji vědět hned. A jestli máte pořád, no ježišmarja, tak to klobouček, jestli máte pořád, ale...
Bright Falls Sheriff Station.
Ahoj slečno, pomoc.
Oh, thank God, Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker. You are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen. I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake, not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head. Are you okay?
Listen.
We'll figure this out. Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay? Mr. Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me. And then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
Ty bláho, já jsem fakt zvědavý, jak to bude pokračovat. A ona ví, ona má vědoucí pohled, ona ví, že je tady něco divného.
Previously on Alan Wake.
What the
I
fuck?
came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write.
Já nepotřebuji shrnutí.
I don't want to hear it. God
Teď to jsme všichni viděli. A tady už něco.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Ale na zdárek, já vidím své kafíčko. Já vidím své kafíčko.
It'll warm you up. Hey, handsome. This is gonna be a long night, but these shots are turning out great.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
Ty jsou všichni závislí hrozně na kafe. Co to je za hezouna? To nejsem já. Já mám křivý oči. Proč vypadám jak magor úplnej. Takže. Ale teda musím říct, že v tom mám dobrý guláš, co se tady sakra děje. Jako já bych Alana podezříval, že zabil svoji ženu a pak mu jeblo, ale nejsme asi v Silent Hillu, takže nevím, ale zapnout. Jo, já jsem si říkal, proč bych s tou stovači vařil kafe, ale on je tady kávovar.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Fuj, to je ale hnusný počasí venku. Slečno, nemáte pro mě chvilku? Teda, nejste slečno. Manželko, máte...
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
Ona má kolem sebe nějaký ochranný silový pole, tady jsme jak ve Star Treku, já se nemůžu přiblížit. Tady manželka zvedla štíty, no, co se dá dělat. Tak jdem si projít obrázky na obálku, teda no, co mám dělat, co nám zbývá, když jsou zvednuté štíty, neuděláte vůbec nic.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan!
Já už jdu.
Please check the fuse box.
Neboj se.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
I'm right here, baby.
A pořád ty fungují štíty.
I'm fine. Just get the lights back on now, please.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
A ona je fakt hrozně pošitovaná s štítmi.
But it's just, especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
A taková romantická scénka tady, Alane. Na to, že si hodil svou ženu do jezera asi, tak... Tak ukaž, co nás...
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Vzhledem k tomu, že moje žena je ztracená už týden, tak nevím, no. A hele, máme tady... Jsou videa, nebo co je?
True what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me.
OK, někoho zabila tady hudlan. Dobře. A tohle je co?
This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now, my wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
OK. Tohle je zase ještě divnější než předtím. Bože. Promluv si ze Sarah. Počkej, Sarah je...
I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you. You a fishing man, Mr. Wake? Oh, doesn't really matter, I suppose. But it can be very relaxing out there. You can't get me off the water this time of year. Closest thing to heaven.
I'll take your word for it, Doc.
To pořádnou hubu má ta ryboň. A dobrý, hele, jdem tady za Sárou. A jak se jmenuje? Jo, manželka je Alice, tady naše milenka doktorka teda. Ty nejsi Sára, že...
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine.
I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in the dark.
I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now.
Very good. I'll come back later on to remind you, just in case.
To je ta frérka, co kontrolovala kadění.
Mr. Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor.
No jo, už jdu.
That was Cynthia Weaver. I guess you can call her the town eccentric. She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on, other things these days.
Aha, jiným věcem se věnuje, no dobrý.
Come in, Mr.
Ahoj.
Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Jsi mi hrabala v mobilu,
Have you
slečno?
started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
To je hrozná magořina tady. Pohřešovaní vyrazili pod stan, nevrátili se. No. Zvláštní znamení rád vyhrává? What the fuck? Tak lidi tu očividně mizej.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
No. I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor.
Děkuji. Já si vezmu kafíčko na cestu.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the brake float. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsals today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. James out.
A kdo tady řve, proba, co to je za magora?
Hey, you! Can you help me? Can you turn the lights on?
Kámo, já ti milé rád rozsvítím.
Thank you, man, thank you. Hey, you're all right. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different.
No dobře, ten svět je jak paprika.
The cops, they got it all wrong. See? Sure.
No jo, ticho ty, ožralo. Temnota v restauraci.
To describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
Teda, ale mám s tom
The early
zatím...
morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
Dobře, ale já si nejdřív musím vzít kafe a rádio poslechnout. Bože, ale tohle je hrozně příběhovka, já jsem se, že budu trošku víc rád a méně poslouchat příběh, ale nevadí mi to, fakt je to zatím dobré.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deerfest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting that the big day is almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gun.
No dobrý, to nás za stolik nezajímá, že tam někdo slaví hodně. Co to je za auto? Proč má někdo na zahrádce takovou...
The caller had told me to find a hole in the fence behind the police station. There was something for me in an abandoned car.
Jak kde je tady díra? Díra, kopni. A ty pičo, Alane, ty se nezdáš. Počkej. Ty bláho, ale já tady fakt nehraju, já tady pořád jenom poslouchám, jako... Wake u mileneckého vrchu? Co?
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall on the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
Dobrý, ale nechápu tu temnotu a tady na ně najdu nějakého týpka.
Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
Barry? Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Al, what the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
No, jako dobré, no, tak... Nevím proč, nevím co tohle je za halušky hrozivý, proč hlavně se to hrozně jako i odporuje spolu. Protože nejdřív nějaká temnota jí hodí do vody, pak jí týpek unese. Jo, ten už se...
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
OK, takže všechno, co asi se tu děje, si Alan sám napsal na sebe.
I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent and regrettable little outing. They are not accountable for their actions, of course. I can assure you that my staff has been reprimanded.
Tor and Odin never caused any trouble to anyone when they were still living at their farm.
Indeed. All we can do is to slow down the progress of their dementia.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Take it easy.
Slušně ho tam nabral.
Hey,
Barry?
nobody move. Get your hands off of my client. Who are you? I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
Barry se mi líbí. Jeho vytáhlý kalhoty.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
Barry se mi líbí. Takový malej nabrušený skřet.
I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him.
Hi, Rose.
I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
No dobře, ouchylá starý, ale... To mě jaký zajímalo, kde je Max, sakra.
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan.
No dobré, dámové, pánové, já vám děkuji. Tady to dneska ukončíme. Pane, vy jste sakra kdo? Pane, vy se mi nelíbíte, vás nechci potkat v lese. To prdele, ho potkám, ne. No, každopádně děkuji vám za zkouknutí, jestli se vám videjko líbilo, budu rád, když mi tam hodíte like, koment, odběr. No a my se uvidíme buď u dalšího dílu Alana Wakea, nebo na streamu War Tales, kde budu se snažit nezabít si všechny své panáčky. Ale ne, prosím, tichoučko. A tímto se s váma loučím a zatím ahoj.